Oops. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Flipside. I'm Sam. What we do here on Tuesday mornings is we kind of give a little bit of a dive into older games. Now, that's pretty much why I have the title "It Belongs in a Museum," because we're talking about older games, which is where older things go so that other people can view them still. Well, it's a little bit of an overstep, definitely hyperbole, but you kind of get the idea, right? We're just focusing on older games instead of focusing on the new stuff that seems to be the normal fare for most board gaming content creators. So feels like it's been forever since I caught a video live. Hello everyone. Hello Philip. Good to see you. Yeah, well, it's been a while since we've done a live video. Frankly, I mean it's been a week because last week I left Tuesday night to go over to the west side of the mountains to a little town called Auburn, Washington, to take a basic waterworks class, and that was a 3-day event. So I was there Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then as soon as the class was over, I booked it back here to Wenatchee so that I could be here for game night at Steamers West downtown. And it has been a whirlwind ever since. So I don't know why I keep getting surprised, because that is pretty much what our life is. It's a whirlwind. And, you know, I try to minimize the effect of that whirlwind for here on the channel as much as I can, but sometimes it just, you know, sometimes the wind just creeps in on every little thing in life, and that whirlwind can sometimes be devastating, but more often than not, it's just high winds. You know what I mean? Micah is here. What's up, Micah? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Jeff C is here. Good to see you, Jeff. Hello, everybody. He says, Scott Drews, so do you. That's good. There are certainly days where I feel as though I belong in a museum. Yes. Well, that is, I think, every day for me. You know, it just seems like sometimes a new limb creates a new creak, or a new limb creates a new sound, or you know, every single day it's like something new is being produced by the body that wasn't being produced the last time I paid attention to it. And yeah, that's exactly what it feels like sometimes. Haven't been to a museum in quite some time. I should go soon. Well, museums are fun, for me at least, to go to. I am a fan of history. That is not to say that I am a fanatic of history, which is where, you know, the word fan comes from, but I do enjoy history, and so I do have an enjoyment of going through and seeing things from the past. Now, Jessie takes that to a completely different level. She loves going to museums. She loves reading all of the things. I'm more like, I look at everything, and then if something piques my interest, then I'll go and read about it. But she is like, she wants information overload. She wants to read about stuff. She wants to see everything. She wants to read everything. So we definitely like going to museums for different reasons, but we both like going to museums. But I'm kind of picky about the kinds of museums that I want to go to. She wants to go to all the museums. So there's a commonality there, but there's also a difference as well. Victoria's here. Good to see you, Victoria. Ryan says, or when a popular culture reference isn't understood by a youngin', that makes me feel dusty. Yes, and that happens quite frequently because we have teenagers in our home on a daily basis. So, yeah. Anyone see the new game, Three Magi? I have seen pictures of it, and it is quite intriguing, but I have not looked deeper or delved deeper into finding out more about it, but it looks good. It definitely has a good look about it, but that's about it. But how dare you talk about new games here? We're talking about old games, sister. That's what we're doing. All right. La 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 la. So what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about a couple of different games, and I forgot to pull their pages up on Board Game Geek. Well, that's not good. Boom. That's one of them. And then... well, that's cool. I love it when a plan comes together that I didn't even know that I had. So today, we're going to be talking about two games that are exactly 7 years old. They were both created in 2018. So that is your general clue. I guess I'll have to come up with two different clues because for each title, because they were both created in 2018. So that's kind of already a clue. So maybe it'll make it easier for everybody to nail it down, but that's going to have to be Sear. It is on Kickstarter today. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! I have to say that I found it rather humorous that Z likened me to the Kool-Aid Man. He was expecting me to burst through the wall because they were talking about a poop game, and he said, I'm expecting Sam to burst through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man, saying, poop game! I laughed out loud. I actually did. And thank you to whomever sent that link to me. I thought it was hilarious. He is one of the people I miss working with the most because his sense of humor, and you guys know this, his sense of humor is absolutely off the charts. And his delivery of said humor is also astronomically well done. And it was, he made being funny easy, and that was infectious. So I miss working with Z. He's a good dude. Root, Everdale, Brass, Birmingham. Wait a minute. I haven't even started yet. You guys have already... Robert here is front loading the hopper and ready to go. That's funny. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. Let me... why? Oh, I didn't... Okay, hold on. Yeah... Do that, open that in a new tab. Very good. All right. So we'll start with, again, 2018 is the year. And so I'm going to give you, I'll give you two mechanisms as your first clue. And then I will give a family of the game as your second clue. All right. So the first two mechanisms are variable player powers and tile placement. Those are your two mechanisms. Variable player powers and tile placement. And oh, balloons. Hey, how about that? And then the family is going to be theme steampunk. steampunk. Why did I mess up saying that? So, two mechanisms are variable player powers, tile placement, and the second clue is theme steampunk. There you go. Oh, wrong window. There we go. All right, so Robert Harris said Root, Everdale, Brass, Birmingham from Load in the Hopper. All three of those were wrong, Robert. Good job. Forbidden Sky, also. And, wow. Ryan took a break last week and, you know, allowed some other people to get the answer right first. But, hey, Ryan's back. And he nailed it right out of the bag. So here is Gearworks. And Gearworks is what we're nemesis. Forbidden Sky is incorrect. See, that's what happens, Robert, when you try to jump the gun. You just get all kerfuffled and you miss it. Rising Sun, Micah said, no, Rising Sun is not there. But here's another little tidbit. I don't own Rising Sun, so it probably won't ever be covered in the near future. Has Robert Harris won? Everybody, he's asking. I was literally typing Gearworks. Ryan was that kid that raised his hand for every question in class. Maybe. You don't know. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that kid in class, man, I remember so many of those kids in class, and yeah, there was like, man, I know this one, but oh, he already raised his hand. Oh man, yeah, I get it. Darn tootin', Scott Drews. That's funny. All right, so Ryan is either going to accept the prize that we're going to send out, or he's going to try to find somebody to take the mantle. I won 2 weeks ago, but I forgot to email Sam until last week or so. Oh, okay, well, yeah. All right, well, let me say this as well. I just mailed out our April giveaway prize winners this morning. And tomorrow is going to be me catching up on, I think it's 3 weeks of It Belongs in a Museum, and that is my bad. Last week I did not have time to mail anything out, so the winners from last week are being held over, and then I was a week behind last week as well. So it is my fault. I am absolutely behind, and I know that. But I'm going to be getting caught up this week. So we'll have, I think, somewhere between 4 and 6 packages being mailed out this week, in addition to the 4 that I just mailed out today. So I apologize for that. So if you haven't got your stuff yet from the last couple of weeks, it's because I haven't sent it out yet. So don't worry. I will be sending everybody tracking numbers as well. Made it funny. Has he won? Terrier says, watching on my phone, so I can't be running off to BGG to look things up. Understood. All right. So here's the thing. Ryan is either going to be taking the prize for himself, or, and right now he is currently looking for people who have not yet won. So if you find yourself in this situation where you normally can't participate in these because you're at work and you're just listening or whatever, take a few seconds and just say, I haven't won, or something to that effect. And then Ryan will take a pick from those who do respond, so that we can get somebody a prize package out in the mail. All right, so let's go ahead and get down to the table. Speaking of April giveaway, I finally played Forest Shuffle and really enjoyed it. 2-player and lost 210 to 220. Wow, those are high numbers. I would I mean, that's an absolute possibility to win with that number. Absolutely. But I would make sure that you are removing from the game the correct number of cards for a 2-player game. Make sure you're doing that. Doug, we were talking about it, and that's something that he missed. And he was like, I had like 300 points or something like that. I can't remember the number. But he realized that they had not removed cards from the game. So just make sure you're doing that, Luke. But again, 2-player Forest Shuffle is not a bad game at all. It's very good. I really do enjoy it. Matter of fact, Doug gave me my birthday present early, and he gave me the Woodlands expansion for Forest Shuffle. So thank you to Doug for doing that. I'll have to go with Broken Beard, who answered first. All right, Broken Beard, there you go. This is what I need you to do, Broken Beard. I need you to email me at this email address, flipsideobg@gmail.com, and that is going to be the way that you give me your shipping information, and it also provides a tickler as a reminder that I need to get your package out to you. So Broken Beard, if you would email me at flipsideobg@gmail.com, we'll get your package into the mail this coming week. Let's see. I assume it was the right number, but Jack set it up. We had a lot of multipliers. Understood. And again, that's absolutely possible for you to score that many points. I've been in games, not 2-player games, but multiplayer games where I think people scored like 150 points from their trees alone. And I mean, they had they had a bunch of trees out on the table, but it is possible, yes. My Stars of Akarios arrived today, and wow, it is a lot of game. Box had to be 60 pounds. Yeah, JT sent me pictures last night of his pledge, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get down to the table, which the angle was already there, and we're going to take a look at Gearworks. Now, Gearworks is an interesting game that, if I had read the blurb on BGG about it, I probably would not have already been interested. I would not have been interested from the little one-liner underneath the title on BGG. It says, Sudoku meets steampunk, solve a clockwork puzzle, and build fantastical contraptions. All right, steampunk, okay, I got you. I'm there. Sudoku, you lost me. You absolutely lost me. But here's the thing, where first impressions are important, because this is definitely a Sudoku-ish style game, because you are going to be taking these cards that are different contraptions, different components basically, and they do have numbers on them, and you're going to be placing them in a grid throughout on the table, and you're going to be trying to build these different contraptions, fantastical contraptions, based upon the different kinds of elements that you're able to garner, basically. It does have a solo mode. It does play up to 4 players. It only takes about 45 minutes max, and it'll handle, I think, the age is always relative, in my opinion, because the person, the person's age, this is just a guideline. I wouldn't hold this on any game box to be absolute truth. But anyway, so this is designed by Kirk Dennison, a friend of mine, somebody I consider a friend. We've met, we've spent some time together, and we've spent a lot of time conversing through email and text and whatnot. So I consider Kirk a friend. He's a good dude, family man, and this is stuff that I have enjoyed in the past. So here we are. Now, I said variable player powers, and that is because Each person or each I just deconstructed all of this. Each person has their own little special ability that they can do at the bottom of their card, or you can play without the variable player powers. So it's really kind of you play the basic side that doesn't have a power at the bottom, and then down here you have something to kind of spice up your game a little bit. So each of them have, you know, two sides. But you have Melissa, Jade, Wyatt, Bartleby, and Victoria. So you have these games here. These players here, or characters that the players will be. And then you also have a number of different things that are going on here. So these are the actual cards that are the different gears, and I believe they go from 1 to 7 in different suits. So you have a silver, a yellow, a green, you have a bronze, and then you have a blue. And these are all different things that you are playing. When you play cards down into the grid, you have to play based upon the arrows that are on the card, highest to lowest in that direction. So if this card is played face up, it means that you have to go highest to lowest this direction. If it's played this way, it's that way. So that's basically how you go. And then there are different, these are neat little tokens. They are gear sprockets. So you have let's see, what are they? You have the numbers, which I believe is the column, the rows, I believe, and then you have letters that are the columns. And so you're going to have A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever. And so whenever somebody wins a specific combination, then they're going to, for example, if A1 was flipped over, then you're going to get that token, basically, that kind of element that you need for the contraption, and you're going to be able to put it into your tableau. Whenever you put those into your tableau, it's going to spark the ability for you to use it based upon what that contraption needs. So this contraption needs you to have an A, which is that, and it needs you to have one of the cards in the row here, which is this. So if you are able to garner these two tokens, then you can build this contraption on your turn. This one, you need a D component and a 2 component, and so forth and so on. So you have all of these different components that you're trying to get in order to build these different contraptions, and it's pretty interesting. Now, it's not ground shaking, but at the same time, it is. Oh, and then these cards here are for single player that are, I think, added in, I believe. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've played it. But you also have these tokens here that are basically just energy tokens that you'll be able to pick up in various ways throughout the course of the game. But energy tokens, I can't remember. I believe they're used. They're called sparks, not energy tokens. They're called sparks. And sparks are used to tinker. So after playing a gear card, you look at the gear card closest to your played card in each of the 4 directions, then add or subtract any 2 of those card numbers. If the number of your played card equals the result, you get to gain 1. And then you can spend sparks to draw another gear card to play through of this game. But I may have made some mistakes. So I don't know if, I mean, go ahead and go check it out, absolutely, because it'll still give you a good idea of how the game plays. But A, B, C, D, E. So there you go. Five columns and 4. 5 columns and 4, 3, 4. 4 rows. But you kind of get the idea, right? But I didn't go over this. So components, and this is basically what it will look up setup. It'll look like setup. So you set the gears for the columns A, B, C, D, E, and the gears for the columns 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, the rows. You'll put the components that each row and column will reward you. And then you also set a number of cards out in this area to just basically start the game. And then you're basically able to play cards. So you play a gear card or you pass. And then you can use sparks to do these different things throughout the course of the game. And at the end of the game, at the end of the 3rd round, the game ends. Remember, you do not give sparks at the end of the 3rd round. You calculate the final score, and you see below. So whoever has the most points is the winner. Completed contraptions. So contraptions that you were able to build everything. They will get you 4 points with 4 points for each contraption that only has 1 part, and 9 points for each contraption with both parts. And then you get points for unused parts, and then you get points for remaining sparks. And whoever has the most is the winner. So it's really actually a neat game. And we ran we ran some promotional ads for them one month when they were doing it was a Kickstarter, but it was more like a pre-order, because they were trying to sell off some of their remaining stock and possibly get more ordered. And I don't remember how that went, but we did do that a while ago. But that's Gearworks. All right, so that is that. Let's see here. What have we got going on with chat? How does everyone feel about game box sleeves? I did show the back of the box, I think. I can do it again if you wish. Here you go. I'll go ahead and do that again and just hold it here as I read. Really dislike box sleeves, Victoria says. I kind of understand that. It depends on how big the box is. A box this size doesn't bother me as much. But if you get really kind of any larger than this, box sleeves become cumbersome more than anything else. Micah says she's not a fan either. 60 pounds is a lot of a game. Gotta have a look. That stars. Gonna have a look. That stars game up. Yeah. Okay. An annoyance more than anything. There you go. I have this game on my shelf of shame. Really do like Sudoku. I should play it. You should. And it has a pretty decent solo mode. Not going to lie, as a Bluey fanboy, the name Bartleby popped me. I think the mailman just brought my deluxe critter kitchen. Ooh, interesting. Enjoy that, Victoria. Anybody else experiencing audio skipping issues? I certainly hope not. Let me see what I got going on here. I apologize if that is the case. I don't show that my receiver is doing anything weird, but I'll do the best I can. I apologize for that. There was a bit of buffering here. I double sleeve my board games, not the cards, the boxes. I like the concept of box sleeves, but they take up space when gameplay starts. That is true. Had a moment of buffering, but not audio issues, Luke says. All right. Sound cuts out, off, and on. Well, dang it. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. Let me see. Let's try a different mic, shall we? Maybe that's the case. Turn this on. Oh. Testy test test. 1, 2. Turn this one off. Really hope my mic isn't going bad. That would be not fun. Oh goody. I have to switch this like that. And I can put the microphone cover back on. Then do that right there. And let's see how this works. Hopefully it will be okay. Oh, much louder. Sound has been fine, Micah says. Sound was fine for me too. When my headphones have audio skipping, hitting the pairing button seems to clear it up. Yeah. Yeah, I know. But we'll see. All right. Here we go. Round 2. So let's go ahead and close that window. And then round 2 comes up like this. All right. So again, 2018, that's the year. And, For this one, I'm just going to give you one mechanism because there are only 3. So there are only 3 mechanisms, so I'm only going to give you one, and then I will give you, again, for the second one, a family that it belongs to. So the mechanism is going to be contracts, and the family is going to be Mensa Select. Mensa Select. So we have the mechanism is, what did I say? I want to say contracts. I think I said contracts. Contracts and Mensa Select. Those are the 2. All right. Round 2, fight. I have to answer this email text real quick. I am currently live. We can catch up later. Sorry. All right, so because I was there, now it's too quiet. Wear both mics? No, I'm not going to wear both mics. What are you, crazy? Let's see here. Architects of the West Kingdom, Camel Up, for sale. Contracts, old man. Yes, thank you. Ceylon, no. Welcome to, no. 2 people have said the correct answer. Jeff C. was the first one to say it. And it is this. And I'm sorry, I have to switch this box around because it is not properly stowed. All right, so now we have that. There we go. Gizmos is the correct answer, and Jeff C. Jeff C. was the first person to say anything. But here we go. So Jeff needs to either accept the prize or find someone who has not yet won to give it to. So that's completely up to him. And you guys will be able to figure that out. Let's go ahead and get down to the table. This is a must. This is on my must-own list. Wow. All right. So let's give this one to Victoria, Jeff C. says. All right. Well, down here at the table, while you guys figure that out, I'll leave it to you. We'll go ahead and open. This is a game by Phil Walker Harding. He is a very good designer. He's done a lot of great stuff. Here is your proof that it was a Mensa Select winner. This is the second edition, now with a plastic dispenser. Well, well, well. So here we go. Many things are going to be. This is the rule book. See that? This is the rule book, and so there you have it. This gives you an idea of how the game is set up. This has a very similar theme as well. You're trying to use different things, different components that are going to be popping out of this little displayer, and you're going to be using those things to come up with these different contraptions. That is basically going to be building up your tableau of things that you can do. And so you're basically, it's an engine builder, and it does have like contracts and stuff like that out there, but it is open drafting, has contracts in there, and you also have a little bit of resource management as well because of what is coming out of the energy row from the dispenser. But that is the totality of the rules there, just a few pages. Then you have a little player aid here of upgrades, what these different symbols do, and order of operations and all of that kind of stuff here. Then you also have a list of effects as well over here, so that that can be held together. Now, that is going to be a start card. You also have all of these ones. You have these 2 to 3s that are out here. And then you also have at the bottom of this deck, so you have level 1 contraptions that you're trying to build. Then you have level 2 contraptions, and then you also have level 3s, which are going to be a little bit more difficult. But there are a number of different things, and they allow you to do other things. For example, this is one of the bigger ones, and so if you use this, you can change 1 into 2. You can change 1 blue into 2 blues, or you can change 1 yellow into 2 yellows, which just basically means that you're going to have a little bit of extra more ability if you have those 2 things. It's also worth 5 points at the end of the game for you. So that kind of gives you the idea there. And of course, I would imagine, if I'm remembering correctly, the less useful the card is, the more points it's worth, because if I'm remembering correctly, that's basically how it goes. The more useful the card is, the fewer points that it's worth. That's kind of the thing. But you have all of these different things, and at this point we are down into the singles. So you can kind of tell that how this stuff looks. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right, but just gives you an idea of the artwork that's in this and all of that kind of stuff. So you have some artwork that's in there, and most of it is kind of just regenerated. But those go in there like a so. Then, oh wow, got more. Oh look, more Lampus spread. These are the starting cards, which is why they have the zeros on them. So everybody starts with their own little workshop card, basically. And then a bunch of, trying to get this back. These are the rings, basically, that you have so that you can keep your energy cubes kind of all in one space on your tableau. And they're pretty thick, but they're just cardboard. There's that, and then here is the plastic dispenser. Hey, hey. And so the plastic dispenser is going to go out here on the board, and then this little thing here is going to, oh, I forgot how it goes. I forgot how it goes. I imagine it will be like this. Yeah. Oh. There we go. So this is down in there, and this is the dispenser, basically. And then all of these are going to be put down into the dispenser. Just put that down. No, that's not going to work. Just put that like that for now, I guess, so that none of them come out. But these all go in there. Oh, well, there you have it. It didn't last very long, did it? So, just gonna kind of, oh, stop. So these are just gonna kind of go in there, and you're gonna kind of, I don't know. Oh, that's loud. How's that for ASMR, people? And then whatever comes out, that's what becomes available. And so when you're taking these different, you'll see you take one and another one comes out, basically. So these are the different energy cubes that you're going to be able to hold in your little energy ring here. And when you have the right combinations for the card that you're trying to build, then you're able to build that card and so forth and start using its ability. But as you are going off into the thing, you have basically 4 columns here. You have files, different cards that allow you to pick different things, build, and so forth. But so this is another thing that's on your tableau as well. It's a neat. There's also there are different colors so that people can have that. Why can't I get these things out of here? There we go. But anyway, you kind of get the idea, right? Yeah, everybody has their own thing, their own tableau, so to speak. These little guys go in here like this. Boom, boom, boom. So these go in here like that. And then technically those are supposed to go there like that. That little guy comes out, and we're going to, that will be the red bag now. But you kind of get the idea. And of course you're going to be taking points over the course of the game for the different things that you're scoring points on. Anyway, that's Gizmos. Kerplink. And we'll put it back over here so that while I'm putting this away, we can continue talking. Let's see. Love this game. I did have a second cup, Micah. Talking about coffee. Awesome. Let's see, what else though? Did we get a winner picked? Did Victoria accept the winnership? Let's see here. You're not related to the Alaskan Ketchums, are you, Victoria? Still trying to figure out how to search by Mensa winner? It is a family of games on the Geek. I don't know if that will help or hinder you, but I'm pretty sure you are able to search by family category on the Geek. So maybe that will help you, maybe it will not. I don't know. Let's get all the gray energy out of here. Gray matter. Wow. Let's see here. You're not related to the Alaskan Ketchums. Nope, from Pallet Town. Ryan. Oh, I got you. I'm married into the Ketchum family, but my husband's family is from Arkansas. However, my husband and I do live in Alaska. Well, interesting. Let's see. I just remember the Ketchum Air Service from when I used to live up there. Oh, that's cool. No relation to us. Smile. Let's see here. What else do we have going on here? Okay, so did Victoria accept the thing? Yes, I did. Okay, good. Very cool. All right, so Victoria, you know the drill. Flipside OBG at gmail.com. Oh, maybe I should... there you go. I figured it would have flown over a lot of heads. Wow. Let's see here. I still want to play Potion Explosion in person. I played in BGG and I don't think it does it justice. It probably doesn't. We haven't been in a couple of years. We're in East Tennessee now. We're actually going back to Alaska in August, September for one of their siblings' weddings. There you go. Yeah. Jessie used to live in Alaska, as a matter of fact. Believe she lived in I don't know if Anchorage is correct, but that's what comes to mind. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not correct on that. But, all right, so those come out. These go in here. And then this goes in there, just like that. And I don't know where the rest of this stuff goes, but that'll work. Gotta put it back in there right. I did. Yes. So that is today's gathering of Gearworks and Gizmos. Both made in 2018. Both about building contraptions. Super zoom of Sam. I'm wearing my painting magnifying thing. Had to look that up that road. I missed on that millennial cultural touchstone. What did Philip say? From Pallet Town. Oh, my goodness. All right, I'm not going to look it up. Maybe I'll look it up later. The main thing I know about Alaska is that one of the best hockey movies of all time takes place there. In Alaska? All right, Terrier. What hockey movie are you talking about? You got to let us know. You can't just throw that out there, bro. Especially because I'm a hockey fan. All right, so Victoria and Broken Beard. Sam, it's a Pokemon reference. That's why I didn't get it. Mighty Ducks doesn't take place in Alaska. Mystery Alaska. Oh, is that the hockey movie? In Alaska, they play the New York Rangers. Mystery Alaska. Okay, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I didn't recall that it took place in Mystery. I remember some old, some town in a frozen place. I didn't remember it was Alaska. That's my fault. I was thinking the same thing. Goon isn't in Alaska? No, that's in. I believe that's. I want to say that's up in the Canadian leagues, but I could be wrong. Or just the minor leagues here in America. But anyway. All right. Well, that is that. We are at our limit. I like to keep these at or below an hour because I do have a lot of other things I got to get done today. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time being here. Congratulations to our two winners, Victoria and Broken Beard. I hope you guys will do that. Solid picks today, Sam. Want to check out Gearworks? Please do so. It's a good game. Again, it's not groundbreaking, but it's a neat little exercise. I'll put it that way. Slapshot being the best one, of course. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. Matter of fact, our local team, the Wenatchee Wild, we play against the Spokane Chiefs. So I am reminded of Slapshot the movie on a regular basis. They play hockey in Just Friends, which is Ryan Reynolds' best movie. Cool. Have a great day. You too, Dustin. Thanks, everyone, for being here. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Come on back tomorrow for... man, tomorrow is a jam-packed day, but I am going to get a live review up tomorrow. That is going to happen, I promise. And so I don't know exactly what time, though. It'll probably be early afternoon because I do have to spend a lot of time in the morning getting those packages together to get caught up on It Belongs in a Museum. So it'll probably be early afternoon because my son has a soccer game tomorrow afternoon, and it's going to take a while to get there. So, but we're going to make it happen. All right. So have a great day. Thanks for being here. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Thanks so much for being a part of the channel. Take care.